Hey guys, and welcome to the 5x5 interior contest results video. I know a lot of you have been waiting quite some time for this, and so today we're going to be going over it. What you guys are seeing now are a lot of the runner-up images going through. A lot of these ones are really close scoring, and I just wanted to throw them in there so you guys could see all of them. But today, I want to go through third, second, and first place in that order, and we actually had a lot of ties in this contest. The way we did the point scoring actually kind of made it funny. We have 3 people tying for third place, 2 people tying for second place, and then we have our final winner, which will be announced at the end of the video. So I wanted to start off by just kind of going through all of them, showing you guys what they did, what they put into their builds, and everything like that, so that they can get all the credit for what they made, and I think they did an awesome job. All these entries are really solid, so without further ado, let's get into the ties for third place. So third place, we have Razberry Lime, Elmario, and Sir Isaac. They all had very unique interiors built. So we're going to start here with Razberry Lime. Probably one of the most unique interiors we saw because it's a cave. Nobody else thought of going outside of the building structure itself. Razberry Lime here created a cave, a little bandit hideout or something just on the side of a mountain. It's a very unique design. It's really, really cool. I just feel like there could have been a lot more to it, maybe working with some lighting, different types of things, just to add more atmosphere to the inside of the cave. I do like the idea of using rain in the main screenshot from the outside. I think it was a really nice touch. Moving on to the next one, we got Elmario with a pretty dark interior here. I can't really figure out what it is besides maybe like a huntsman or something like that. It's just kind of a home away from home type feel. It's a really cool interior. It's very well thought out as far as the spacing, the sight lines, and you can't see everything in this little 5x5 space unless you go and actually explore, which I think is really, really cool. So the one thing I can really recommend for Elmario is here again working with lighting to try and create some points of interest and actually draw the eye to certain places. You really have to force yourself to explore the build in order to get a full idea of what's in there. There's nothing really drawing you from one place to the next. There's nothing really directing your eye around. But other than that, it's a really cool build. Moving on from there, we're now looking at Sir Isaac's build. Sir Isaac, I really enjoyed his build because it has 2 stories to it. Not many people thought about using 2 stories. Granted, each story is pretty small because they only got 2 blocks of height more or less to work with, so it gets pretty cramped in there. But I think he did a really solid job of trying to lay out an interesting interior that really shows somebody's living in there. It really reminds me of a forest cabin with a basement where they have all their food stored up for winter and they're just trying to get ready, stay warm and whatnot, and just kind of live life. The thing that all 3 of these entries were lacking is not a whole lot of a story behind it. Nothing that really clearly shows you a story, nothing that really clearly outlines kind of that main part that we were really voting or really pushing for to get out of these interiors, is you guys to try and develop a story through the blocks, because I think it's something really worthwhile to look into. Alright, well now, anyways, let's go on to second place. Second place is a tie between Taco Dev and Sekeltus. So Taco Dev, we'll start with him here first. He created this awesome little brick tutor, pretty much like study area. You can really tell there's a lot of detail gone into creating the fireplace, creating everything that works in there. And you can really tell it's a place where you can kind of just get lost in your imagination. There's so many books on the wall, scrolls, everything that you could possibly go read. It just seems like a great place to sit by the fire when the snow's outside and just get lost in a book and just kind of let the day go by, which I think is a really interesting way of actually creating a interior like that. Granted, I think what he could have improved here on is there's a lot of open space on one of the walls, whereas one wall is so full of all the books and everything and the other side is just wide open. I think there could have been something like a painting or something else on that side. But other than that, I really enjoyed the build. There's a lot of cool stuff to it. Then Sekeltus, he did an amazing job with his build. He has a mortuary here, basically a place where you would clean a deceased person and get them ready to be buried, or different things of that type. It's a Templar mortuary that you can see through the banner hanging on the little item frame on the wall. But there's a lot of thought went into this one. It's very unique. It has a clear story to it. And I just think it was a very, very cool build. There's quite a bit of open space in it again, but I do enjoy the whole kind of closed off atmosphere, using the curtain to kind of hide one of the walls. And I think it's an idea really worth pursuing for like a larger scale interior. I think just with this 5x5, it's a little cramped in there, but I do enjoy the build overall. It was very, very cool to look at, and I thought it was a really interesting way of portraying a mortuary, and I really hadn't seen one of those as an interior before, so I was pretty amazed by what he was able to come up with here. And finally, our first place entry is by Ergoken. Ergoken? I think I said that right. But his entry was titled The Last Letter, and you can see here we have a hangman from basically a person who committed suicide, and there's a bunch of books and papers and everything scattered around in his study, which, by the way, it looks amazing to begin with. That little ladder staircase thing to get books off the top shelf, I've never thought of that before, but I'm definitely stealing that and using that later at some point. But overall, this build really captured what we were looking for here in the story. This is the only build that really went through and developed a story to it. You can see by the drinks around the area and just the deceased body hanging up there, all the letters scattered on the floor. Obviously, it's a sad story, but it's a guy who committed suicide, but you can see it's really telling his story here. And beyond that, it's just amazing use of space, amazing use of all the blocks around it. And it's just a very, very well done, intricate 5x5x5 interior. And I thought it was a really unique way of using such a small space to tell a full story without even having to. He did leave a paragraph for it, but I didn't send the paragraph over to the judges by the end of it because I felt that thing said it itself, and not a lot of people ended up submitting paragraphs, so we decided to just do the judging without reading them. And overall, this build just did a great job of bringing a story out together while still having a really cool looking interior. There's a lot of very, very well done stuff in here. So guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this. For everybody who entered into the contest, thank you so much for joining. It was super fun doing this. It was really, really fun seeing all the entries that came in. If you guys didn't make it in this video, there'll definitely be more contests in the future that I really hope you guys all decide to come and enter into. And if you guys see any of the guys who are the finalists around on the Reforged server or wherever, be sure to give them a hello and a big congratulations. They did an awesome job. Anyways, guys, that's all I got time for in this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you loved it, and I will see you guys in the next episode.